Happy day. So glad that you are here in this place. All right, I think I'm live on here too. All right, my YouTube family, my TikTok family, happy Tuesday. Well, almost ending on Tuesday. But I was coming on. I was coming for my people, coming on. Just really glad that you all are here on to today. And so I wanted to talk about here's how I went from um, having foreclosure, bankruptcy, being sued, and now having mortgage free, um, not only just mortgage free, but also building a $1 million net worth as well, right? Um, just by doing just by doing certain things, and right, so I'm going to talk about that and how to how you can get started on that journey, no matter where you are, no matter what you've experienced, um, no matter the hardship that you have. It's really a mindset decision when you, as you say, when you hit the bottom, all you can do is look up so you can get up and keep things moving. So I want to share with you how here's how I went from my husband and myself, from having short sales, foreclosures, being sued, had to file for bankruptcy, just losing everything and having to start over. And I can tell you right now that though it is devastating, it was really, really devastating, of just being in that predicament. Something I never even thought that we would be in, because we thought we were doing everything right, because they say go to school, get good grades, and you will have this amazing life. Everything is going to be great. And you come to the realization that that is not necessarily so, right? Because life does happen. But when you don't understand the money game and you think you're listening, you're following all these tips and people, and you're just like, oh, okay, so this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what's supposed to happen. And that's not necessarily so. As much as I love education, and my name you see is Teacher Melanie, and used to be a classroom teacher, as well as a administrator in the educational system, public education system, because I do love teaching. I love the children. I love the interaction. I do not love the bureaucracy. I do not love that schools have taken away fine arts, right? All those extracurricular activities that really helps nurture an individual, right? That creative space. I really don't like that we forget about the children, and it's all about just what the dollar can do. And so hence why I currently homeschool my children, because of I did not want my children to be test takers but lifelong learners. Okay, I want my children to be lifelong learners, knowing that education is not just in a classroom, but education begins at home. It begins outside of the classroom from the time that they're born. That as parents, we are our children's first teacher, and so when we really hone on that, that we are our children's first teacher, and that teachers are just another piece to the puzzle to help build up this village in really nurturing and developing our children, then we realize that there is so much more to education. And then you get into this life, you're working, you're grinding, and paying bills, so you realize, wait a minute, financial literacy is not taught, it's caught. We get caught working, grinding, and paying bills, and we realize there has to be more to life than this, right? And so when we understand the money game, right, as it relates to making sure that we are paying ourselves first, right? And this is something that my husband and myself had to learn because of what we experienced. As I said, for shorts, having 13 investment properties in 2008, 2009, losing almost everything, right? seeing the court system come into the house every day to drop off foreclosure papers, phone calls coming in from creditors calling saying that they're demanding the money, and you can't give blood for you can't get blood from a turnip. And it wasn't until we made a decision, right? We made a decision that either this was going to make us or break us. And so this is, as I said, this is how you went from, I can say, zero to hero, right? From bankruptcy to now having a $1 million net worth. And so the first thing that we did, and I want to share this with you because I also want to share with you that it doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter. What matters is that when you make a decision that you want more for yourself and your family, when you make a decision that this is not the end, but the beginning of something great, when you make a decision that what, I'm going to learn from this. I will learn from this. I'm not going to allow this to break me, right? I just got to get the right people, align myself with the right people, the right mentors that is going to help build my family and myself to the next level. Thanks for the love. And so what is it that we did? What is the first thing that we did? Well, the first thing that we did is that we needed to get a mentor, right? Because in order for us to get out of this, we realized that there is just so much that we know, right? And it wasn't until we got a mentor that we realized, oh my gosh, there is so much that we do not know, right? And so that just kind of helped with the healing process of losing everything because of the fact we realized that we did not know everything. And so hence some of the mistakes that we made in the past, and sometimes we still make them, and I'm not afraid to admit that because I'm still in a work in progress. And so the first thing that we need to do, right, and I'm saying this to you, that when you are in a hard place when it comes financially, or whatever that may matter, and you just for that matter, you figure, how am I going to get it? The first thing you want to do, okay, the first thing is your mindset. Right? Why do I say your mindset? Because your mindset can really keep you bondage. It can constantly plague you and say, see, you never amount to nothing. See, you're never going to accomplish that. See, I told you, you keep trying and you're failing. You're trying and you're failing, and trying and you're failing. This one's in your ear over here and this one's in your here. And I said, well, you got to make a decision in your mind that first of all, you are not a failure, right? And that you will not, this will not defeat you, right? But this is just part of your journey. So when we get to that point that this was just part of our journey, this was not going to break us at all. And a whole lot of praying, that was the first thing that brought us. The second thing that helped us was that we needed to get a mentor, a coach, because as I said, there was just so much that we knew and that we thought we understood. And once we got to the realization that we need to find a proper coach and mentor to help us to navigate through these waters, through these muddy waters, through these dirty waters, these because it was dirty. Let me tell you, it was dirty. And so it wasn't until we got some help from a mentor, right, from a wise person that knew more than what we did, and helped us to navigate, to go through those water and not lose our minds. Let me say it again, because there was a point during that time that I thought if life was going to be over at that time, then it would be great. It was going to be good, that life was going to be over. It was just that devastation and painful. And so once I realized that, okay, you know what, this is not going to be a good thing, because so many people will lose out more than what I even think about doing. So I thank God for His deliverance, really and truly. But it was until when we got our mentor, and not only did we had a mentor, right, but we also, through the help of a mentor, we developed a plan. Okay, a planning. If you ever heard the saying that it's not that you fail to plan, you just plan to fail. So we didn't plan to fail. This was just like, oh gosh, let's lose all these properties, right? Let's see our net worth go down significantly, right? Let's see our credit go out the door significantly. We didn't say we want that. And so once it occurred, right, we got wise counsel. That not only did we get wise counsel, but we also worked on our mindset by praying and reading the word and reading things that were going to inspire and encourage, right? Listening to things that was inspiring, encourage, not get consumed with the negative, because that's one point until and still to this very day. There's I really only watch the news on a Saturday just to be in the know. That really is just to be in the know, because I don't need to have any filter of negative thoughts or mind in my head every single minute and day. There's not a need for that. And so just having to change what I view and what I listen, be intentional of what I'm listening to, that's going to fill my soul, my heart, my spirit, right, was something that brought my husband and myself to this point. And then on top of that, so once we got our mindset right, once we got a coach or a mentor that helped us navigate these circumstances, these situations, right, then which leads me to number four, right. Number four is that we put a game plan together. We had a conversation, and I'm here to tell you the conversation was not easy at all. It was very intense. The animosity that was there during that time could cut like a sharp knife. Okay, not just a knife, but you needed a sharp knife. And so during that time, we were able to plan accordingly too of how we're going to pay off this student loan debt, which was actually mine. Over $45,000 in student loan debt we had, that I had, really and truly. And that was really for my masters. It was for my masters, because they're just like, wait, you want more in your life, you got to get another degree. Get another degree. And by the way, when you get that other degree, you're going to be further in debt. What? Something is not right with this picture. But we didn't know. We understand. We were just following the protocol because so many others were doing it. And that's what we were constantly being bombarded with by the news media. What it says, if you want more out of your life, you got to go ahead and get another job. If you want more life, you got to get another degree. If you want more, then you have to trade time for money. If you want more, this is what you're going to have to do. And so once we reprogrammed ourselves, we program our mind that we don't have to do that, right? There has to be other way, because wealthy people do these, right? So getting a mentor that led us to say, listen, this is what you need to do. You have to get a financial game plan to see where you are. You have to get a financial education so you can understand the money game, that getting another job is not going to do it, but having money working for you, saving and investing, paying yourself first. And paying yourself first did not mean to go shopping. Paying yourself first means that, okay, you have to make sure that you take care of your financial house first, right? Not pay your bills first, okay? Because that just keeps you bondage. You're back to square one every single time, right? Not just pay your bills first, but make sure that you are taking care of yourself, your financial house, right? You have investments, right? You have where money is working for you. And so once we got to understand that, right, it helps us to get from not having a mortgage, right? No student loan debt, having a net worth of $1 million, coming from when having a net worth of a negative. So I say that it doesn't matter where you are, but you start by doing a little bit. Because we didn't do a whole lot, right? We did a little bit, right? But every little bit made a difference. Every little bit made a difference. So that lie, they say, oh, you need a whole lot of money to invest. You have to do all the, no, you don't. No, you don't. You start with where you are. Okay? You start with where you are. You find out where your money is right now, what you have going on right now. Work with what you have right now, because then you realize we spend a lot of money on things we don't need to impress people we really don't like, or who really don't give a darn about us whatsoever. And so I say that this is how we can get through. So 3 things, right, to get from where you are. Maybe you're at a negative net worth, right? Maybe you've experienced foreclosure, bankruptcy, being sued, right? So one of the things, as I said, is get your mind right. Be mindful what you listen to and what you say. Get a financial education so you can understand the money game. Get a mentorship, right? That's no more than you, so it can stretch your mind, stretch your vision, because a rubber band can't stretch itself, right? So you have to be in an environment that you can stretch your mind. And then the fourth thing is generating another stream of income. Generating another stream of income, because one is not enough. Getting another job is not going to do that whatsoever. So when you generate another stream of income, right, doing something that you can enjoy, right, but that you can do it and it can make money even as you sleep. That's why I understand the importance of having and being a part of this digital age, because this technology thing is not going to wait. So you really have to embrace it. And how can you embrace it and get into it? Don't matter as a wife, as a mother, as somebody, maybe you're 50 and beyond. No matter that, if you can just take the time to embrace this digital age, right, and get in on these opportunities, right, getting on these opportunities with some of your skill sets, by doing digital products, by doing e-courses, okay, by learning how to properly utilize social media, where you don't have to feel like you all over the place whatsoever. Even if maybe you've tried it and you failed, or maybe you're just like, well, I tried it, it wasn't what I thought it would be. I realized it's going to take more than what I thought, or you just, the accountability. Listen, you have everything that you need. So what I want to encourage you, if you haven't done so already, in my feed you see my link where you can go ahead and download my guide to having a home-based business. This is one of the key things you want to do, because it's going to help you to generate an income, but it's the start of what things you need to have in place, okay? What things you need without having to spend a whole lot of money, if any, really, to be honest with you, right? And how you can get started into the digital game. But what you want to do is go to my feed, right? Get my complimentary download so you can get on my email list, right? And so I can send you some resources, right, that can help you to get started in this digital age, in this opportunity where you don't have to trade time for money, in this opportunity that you can make money in your sleep, in this opportunity that you not only help yourself, right, but now you can help others by teaching them a skill set that you've learned or you've known already, and be able to monetize that as well. That's why I love the mentor group that I have, right? Passion to profit, and just showing you how to be able to start with where you are, no matter if you have a service, no matter if you have a product, or you have both, or you have nothing and you have no idea, right? That's why when you get connected with me, um, that's right. When you get connected with me, get on my mailing list, right? See what I have to, how can I help support you on this journey? Because you don't need to have any experience, whatever the case may be, but what you do need to have is a willingness to change, a willingness to say you want more for yourself and your family. Now, who can stop you? You. Who can stop you from getting to the next level? You. Nobody else but you. Okay? Nobody else but you. Nobody. Because you have everything you need already. And then some. And then some. So if you have not, turn this little thing up. I didn't want it to move, right? Is the light on? Okay. If you have not gotten connected to me, make sure you go to in my feed. Go in my feed, okay? and get to my mailing list. Okay, there's a complimentary guide that is there. Okay, go ahead and get that, download it. Okay, start checking it out. Start writing some things out that's just going to get your mind going on what things you can do, what things you need to offer. And then you also will see some other guys to kind of help you along the way, as well as relates to starting a home-based business, right? Preferably a digital one, right? But no matter, no, as I said, it doesn't matter if you have a service base, if you are a product base, right? It's going to just kind of help you to really turn your mind and what things that are out there that are free to help you get started. Not only just free, but you don't have to spend thousands of dollars for. You do have to spend some money. Now, let me say that. Right? But on yourself, that's going to help you to grow. That is going to stretch your thinking, because you can't stretch your own thinking. That you can grow, stretch your mindset, and stretch your endless possibilities. I get cold and I get hot. And I like to be cozy. I like to be cozy. But sometimes, the temperature rises. I have a little personal summer. Sometimes happen, y'all. The personal summer sometimes happens, right? So this is how this. So as I said, this is how I went from foreclosure, bankruptcy to mortgage free, student loan free, building a net worth of a million. And do I say this to brag? No, not even a little bit. Not even, because there is so much more out there. There is so much things that I need to do for not just my family, but for other women, for other families. So much things that I need to do. And so that's why I say it's so imperative to really put ourselves to grow and have a business, build a legacy, right? So I can help more people, right? And be amongst other people who want to help more people, and then together we can help that much more people and change lives and have a good life ourselves, right? We're not trying to pour into everybody. We want to still have a good life in ourselves as well. So as I said, here are the four things that you can go from zero to hero, no matter where you are right now. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you are, the first thing is your mindset. What are you listening to? What are you reading? Are you are you building your mind? There's a couple of books outside of the Bible, outside of the Bible, that that I've enjoyed reading. Here's one of them. God, I left the other one upstairs, but here's one. Let me get it. I want to show you a couple of them. Okay. Okay. Here's a couple of books that I have enjoyed and embraced and just really switch our thinking. Okay. One is Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. One is The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And one is Who's Afraid to Be a Millionaire. There's a few of the books that I've read to really cultivate my mind, change that stinking thinking, change that thinking that the educational system does, right? That says go to school, get good grades so you can have this amazing life. Now, let me say this: education is wonderful, right? You need to be a lifelong learner. Education does not, however, just happens outside of the classroom. You have to educate yourself spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, so you can have a prosperous life. So, with that being said, go ahead, my fabulous peeps. Okay, go ahead, get my complimentary guide. You'll find that in my feed. If you're on YouTube, you will see it at my site, teachermelanie.com. My beautiful family here on TikTok, you will find it in the link. My Gumroad, where you can download that complimentary guide, you will find that. Go get it. Go get it, so I can send you and just encourage you and support you on this journey of getting to the next level. The next level. No matter if you are from a zero, you know that you are that much closer to a hero. Okay, because of this first. I remember the only person that can stop you is you. So, with that being said, like I always say, my families, remember to pray, plan, and believe because God is still in the business of doing miracles. Get on that mailing list so you can be a part of our Passion to Profit group. Would love to have you. Would love to coach and mentor you. All right, my fabulous peeps. Bye.